Hey, Team East to West, Australian team. It is so awesome to get to come with you today with this training on three-way calls. First of all, I just have to say I'm so excited that you guys have said yes to Rodan & Fields and have embarked on this journey with us. This is just so exciting to be sharing this passion of skincare and changing people's lives from across the globe. Just so awesome. But first, my name is Stacie Gelbaugh, and I'm a Premier Level 5 leader. I live in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is right on the coast of the Atlantic, and I am a Marine wife. So we are set to move again to California here in June. So I will be closer to you guys here in a little bit and just right across from the Pacific. And I so look forward to whatever God has in store with my journey and move there to California. But what has been such a blessing with Rodan & Fields in my life is I'm able to pick up my business and keep building my team throughout these crazy moves and changes that my family goes through every 3 years. It's been such a blessing because I'm a former school counselor. So hi to any teachers out there. I was a school counselor for 12 years and absolutely loved what I did. And I found Rodan & Fields while I was a full-time counselor. So I managed to work this business with a full-time job and having a son. And I can tell you that, it's so doable to find a way to fit this into your daily lives and to build a business with just a small amount of time. One way I'm going to talk about today is through three-way calls. And this is such a vital part of your growing business, all right? Some of you guys joined Rodan & Fields because you got on a three-way call with one of our leaders on our team. And basically, the biggest benefit that a three-way call brings is just a third-party validation, okay? Because say you're talking to your friend about this business opportunity, and they know you, and they trust you, but they're able to talk to someone else that they don't know. And that someone else is able to share their story and what it's done for their life, or even answer questions that your prospect has that maybe your prospect's afraid to ask you. That has been something I've realized with three-way calls is sometimes people are more comfortable asking questions to a complete stranger than they are a close friend. So I'm going to talk about this in a couple steps, just how you can very easily make this a natural thing, make getting people on the phone or talking to them in other ways like FaceTime or Zoom or Skype. We're going to talk about all those ways that we can do a three-way call with you guys in Australia, okay? First of all, when it comes to three-way calls, you want to keep it simple. All right, you don't want to talk too much. You don't want to do Rodan & Fields vomit on them. Okay, I like to say that because when we're excited about something, we tend to talk too much. And a three-way call really is all about listening to your prospect and their concern and their questions, and just giving them the open floor to, share their hesitations about joining the business or why they haven't joined it yet. But what do you do? Okay, you bring your three-way calls to your upline leaders. Okay, why do you do this? Is because your upline leaders, when they join you, are going to be regular faces and voices that your prospects hear. So you want to bring them to your leaders, all right? Because it just builds a relationship with them. I will say that I joined Rodan & Fields after I had a three-way call with my upline leader, Becky Crenshaw. Because I knew my sponsor very well, Kelly Bedingfield. And, after I got off the phone with Becky, I just realized what an amazing group of women I was joining. All right. So that's why it's important to bring them to your leader. All right. Because when they join you, we all become family, right? So that could be such a strength for you and a benefit. Like I said, throughout the first 2 weeks of your business, you really want to continually use these, okay? Some say you want to bring 2 to 3 three-way calls to your upline leader your first week. Okay, why? Because A, you're excited about the business. Okay, you're so excited. You just jumped in, you joined Rodan & Fields. You're ready to tell the world about it. All right, literally. You know, your first 2 weeks, you bring a couple people. Well, you don't want to stop after that. You want to continuously use these three-way calls. All right. Like I said before, the reason why you do this is three-way calls gives your prospect the platform to ask questions. That's the most important thing, okay? Because we want to get inside their head. We want to know what they think about this opportunity and to be transparent with them, okay? Basically, with three-way calls, we're all in this to help each other, all right? And so your leader wants to help you recruit. All right, you're not in this alone. And sometimes the scariest thing when you first join Rodan & Fields is talking to others about the business. So here's my advice. Take the pressure off of you, all right? And just bring calls to your upline leaders and just listen to how they share this opportunity in the business, all right? And you're going to learn a lot. I learned a lot through three-way calls, and I still do, all right? So let's do this. How do you begin a three-way call? All right. First, you build a relationship with your prospect. Okay. Number one. And then once you've shared some information with them and they still want to learn more or they have questions, that's when you propose that, hey, how about we set up a time, because this is important, okay, with Australia. There is a time difference. So I want to talk about tools we can use to help you with that. But, you know, just to simply say, hey, like, I would love for you to either get on the phone, get on FaceTime, get on Skype, get on Zoom with one of my leaders. Let's set up a time to do that, because I just feel like you would learn so much from them. You would see their energy, and it just would be a powerful thing. All right. So invite them to a three-way call that way. Make it very natural. Make it something you know, very easily done. All right. Don't use a lot of words. All right. Keep it simple. Like the first thing I said. All right. When you get them on the call. So, let's see here. I'm going to talk about how we can set up a three-way call in just a little bit, but let's say that we've set the parameters. We have determined what kind of method of communication we're going to use, whether it be Zoom, whether it be FaceTime, whether it be Skype. And now we're on the phone, okay? So spend a couple minutes getting acquainted, okay? You're the prospect. Hey, Sarah, I'm so glad you got on the phone with my upline leader, Becky. Becky, this is Sarah. Sarah, go ahead and tell Becky a little bit about yourself, okay? And then I'm just going to let Becky share this opportunity and business with you and answer any questions that you have. At this point, guys, as a consultant, you know, I'm going to be quiet. All right. I'm going to let the conversation happen between Sarah and Becky. All right. Do you got me? Do you follow me? Because really, truly, your prospect has already heard from you. Okay. It's their turn to hear from somebody else. All right. And that's where the power happens. Okay. So after you've gotten acquainted, all right, your leader is going to go through the brand. They're going to go through the products. They're going to go through the press, the accolades that this business and company have, and then they're going to share the opportunity with them. Okay. And then the leader is going to, then your upline leader is going to open this up to any objections or questions that your prospect might have. Guys, like I said, during this time as a consultant, I'm just going to be quiet, all right? And I'm just going to listen. I'm going to learn. I'm going to hear what my prospects' questions are, and I'm going to hear how my upline leader answers them, okay? When it comes to ending a conversation on a three-way call, you're going to, one good question just to ask is, on a scale of 1 to 10, Sarah, how do you feel about saying yes to Rodan & Fields at this point? And that gives them like a great kind of, you know, everyone kind of like relates to numbers. So they can say, you know, I could relate that to a 5. Like, I'm still not ready, but my hesitation is money right now. So at least you know what their hesitation is. All right, that's a good way to close a three-way call. Another one is to ask for a follow-up time and call for that person, with Sarah, okay? So before you hang up, be sure you set up a time to follow up with them, okay? Whether it be through text, whether it be through FaceTime, but you definitely want to follow up in a couple days just to see if they have thought of any more questions or if they're ready to jump on board with you, okay? So basically that's the framework of a three-way call, all right? The more you do them, the more you feel comfortable with them. And let me tell you, as a new consultant, you can learn so much from your upline leaders by doing three-way calls, all right? So be fearless, okay, when it comes to doing them, and just contact your upline sponsor if you have any questions about three-way calls, all right? I love them, okay? Like I said, it just helps build a relationship with your prospect and your upline leaders and gets them excited about joining you. All right, so let's talk about communication and methods of communication we can do with you guys in Australia, all right? Like I said, I'm a Marine wife. My husband has actually been stationed in Australia and Northern Australia up in Darwin area at, I think it's Tyndall Air Station up there. I can't really remember, so don't hate me if I got it wrong. But anyways, when he is deployed, I know that our cell phone service, like our plan, like doesn't allow us to communicate like over the phone. So we use FaceTime. We also text, all right? And that's really how we communicate with each other when he's overseas. So with your sponsor in the United States, FaceTime might be your only option. Texting might be your only option. And that's okay, all right? I used to joke because I felt like my husband saw me at my best and worst of times because, you know, Australia, you guys are... I just checked, it's 2 o'clock here in the States, so it's 6 o'clock in the morning there where you're at. So I always say he would always see me without makeup and in my pajamas, and that was true because you might have to schedule FaceTimes with your sponsor in their morning and then at their night, and same thing with you guys. I'm going to show you an app on my phone. I'm going to pull up really quick, and if you can see this, okay, this little clock app right here, if you want to hit it, there is an app called World Clock, and I have Melbourne programmed into here already, but this is an awesome app, okay, guys, get it, and you can program your sponsor's city so you always know what time it is for them. So if you need to schedule a three-way call, you can have a good idea of how to set up a time for that. I love that app. Utilize it. It's amazing. Like I said, most of us are 16 hours behind you. Okay. Crazy, right? You guys are into the future for us. So, definitely it's called World Clock. You definitely want to use that on your iPhone. Another one, like I said, I use regularly is my FaceTime, and I don't have the app pulled up on my phone, but if you just go to contacts, FaceTime is one of the options. If you guys can see, I'm sorry, it's kind of blurry, but FaceTime is one of your options on your contacts. Okay, so just push that to FaceTime. Other options that you can use for using three-way calls is Zoom, okay, and that's an app, and Skype is also an app too. And basically that just invites them into talking over your iPad or another device with them. Like I said, you know, you really get that face-to-face contact, so I think that's brilliant because we get to see you guys' faces, and it just becomes all that more real, which is pretty exciting. Texting, like I said, I don't think rates apply with texting, so utilize that with your sponsor, okay? I know I have my team text me all the time about things, and I respond to them practically immediately. All right. Again, guys, it's a pleasure getting to come to you and do this training. There is also lots of other videos that talk about three-way calls. Plug in to the national training calls every Sunday. They are just so valuable. And I learned a lot about my business through that too. And just enjoy the journey. All right. We are so excited that you joined us, and we wish you much success in the land down under. And hopefully soon, you know, we get to meet you in person. But thank you all. Bye-bye.